Leia knew that Luke was his brother even when she kissed her at the rebel base on Hoth. I mean, why do you think Han practically got frackin' divorced? They only had one kid that ran away from home to join a Jedi-themed Jonestown cult and almost got sent to Heaven's Gate. Even Luke realized that Han shouldn't end up with Leia from way back when.
You think a princess and a guy like me?
No.
And you know Luke's right because he's a natural force sensitive. Even though he might not realize it, his senses should be clear for him to give such a decisive answer. And he's not alone in this. Do you remember when Leia had to rescue Luke from Cloud City? After Lando grabbed him and put him inside the Millennium Falcon, Leia helped him to his bed and then gave him a quick peck. On the lips! That is not just a simple peck. I mean, it was only 5 minutes ago when they were still at Cloud City and she kissed Han Solo and said,
I love you.
I know.
and now she's kissing her brother? Girl really knows where her heart belongs, especially now that Han is gone. After all, we shouldn't blame Leia for the will of the Force. Let me explain. Now, before we begin, keep in mind that Luke is highly sensitive in the matters of the Force, especially on something that is so obvious to everyone involved. Which raises the question, does that mean that it was the will of the Force who intended for the Skywalker and the Organa to be together?
But look,
After all, Leia may have sensed the same thing as she gave Luke the preview trailer for the upcoming attraction.
but look.
And that wasn't the only one. Remember when Leia just suddenly gave Luke a peck in the mouth? Not to mention the demonstration she gave in front of Han.
Take it easy.
Han was lucky that the Sith clone saved his son and gave him an out from this marriage disaster.
It's not meant.
After Kino Loy escaped from Narkina 5 by turning around from that tunnel and went to the Imperial garage and stole a spaceship. Who would have thought that Kino Loy turned out to be force sensitive and joined Palpatine's Sith cloning program as the original host to Snoke, which we later know was pivotal in preparing Kylo Ren to survive a late-night assassination attempt by his beloved Jedi Master. Luke was probably so sexually frustrated that night because it's been decades since he last scored a goal from Leia, long before Han ever could. To be fair, it was a long, sensual one that would make every one of you Hutts watching this video jealous.
I've isolated the reverse power flux coupling.
Han almost realized this and tried to stay away. Maybe Leia didn't just exactly see Luke as a father figure,
You love him,
and only wanted him as a sex toy.
don't you?
Yes.
And it's not like she did this out of plain innocence. Because remember when Luke revealed that his family is strong with the Force?
My sister has it.
Leia revealed that?
I know.
That's right. All this time,
Somehow,
Leia knew exactly what she was doing.
I've always known.
This is why every Star Wars fan should stay away from dating and learn from what George Lucas wanted to teach you and kiss your sister instead. Subscribe.